everyone, hope you're well. I'm really excited because we get to see you back at school soon. Are you excited? How are you feeling? So we've been learning all about growing. Now there's one story that I really like and it's Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. Do you like that story? Now Jack grows a really big beanstalk. Now I've got a similar story. Are you ready? This story is called Jack and the Jelly Bean Beanstalk. Have you ever heard of a jelly bean beanstalk? Let's have a look. Jack's mum shook the biscuit barrel and peered inside the bread bin. She looked in dismay at the last few crumbs. Oh no, how are they feeling? I'm sorry, Jack, but the cupboards are bare and my purse is empty. We'll have to sell Daisy. Don't worry, Mum, said Jack sadly. I'll get a good price for her. Daisy, the cutest cow you ever did see. So it wasn't surprising that even before they got to town, a farmer offered Jack 20 gold coins for her. 20 gold coins, cried Jack. His mum would be so pleased. Jack was on his way home when all of a sudden he spotted a wonderful sweet shop. Do you think you'd go in that sweet shop? I'd go in that sweet shop. Inside there were juicy jellies, fizzy whizzers, gooey gums, heaps of lollipops, chunky chocolate raisins, yummy pineapple chunks, rainbow sherbets, strawberry straws. But Jack could not take his eyes off an enormous bag of glittering jelly beans. These are magic beans in every flavour you could wish for, smiled the shopkeeper. And for 20 gold coins you can have them all. Every flavour he could wish for? Jack couldn't help himself. He handed over the money. So it says, jelly beans, warning, may contain smelly sock beans. Ugh. Jack walked home in a dream, but when he arrived home without Daisy and without any money, his mum was furious. You silly boy, what are use of jelly beans? She threw the bag outside and sent Jack straight to bed without any supper. In the middle of the night, Jack awoke to a delicious smell. Blueberries, chocolate, strawberry, ice cream and caramel wafting in through his window. A giant jelly bean stalk was growing in his garden. It was a beautiful sight, shining in the moonlight, covered brightly in coloured beans in all the yummy flavours Jack had ever dreamed of. Jack opened his window and began to climb, cramming jelly beans into his mouth. As he went, orange, pear, mint, sherbet, chocolate chip, apple pie, candy floss, popcorn. Higher and higher he climbed until, feeling rather full, he came to a huge golden gate and a large sign, Angry Giant, beware. Do you think you'd go past the gate? I don't know if I would, if I'm brave enough. Jack was hesitating when he heard a strange noise. He peered behind the door. Honk, honk, sobbed a little white goose. The giant is so angry. I've tried my best to lay more golden eggs, but it's just no good. The pantry is empty. There's nothing to eat in the castle except me and that stringy old harp. Oh no. I wonder what will happen. Suddenly the ground shook. Fee-Fi-Fo-Fum. I smell a juicy boy. Goose is good, but boy is so tasty. Served with chips and wrapped in pastry. Oh, would you eat a boy wrapped in pastry? That giant must be so hungry. Stop! I'm very bony and I haven't washed for weeks. Give me 10 minutes and I'll bring you a banquet, a feast fit for a king. Thought the giant, putting Jack back down. My clock is ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Bring my feast and make it quick. What do you think he's going to bring? Jack had never worked so fast. In 10 minutes he had picked hundreds of jelly beans. The giant had melon beans for his starter and fish and chip beans for his main course. It was all washed down with a fruity bean smoothie. The goose watched hungrily. The giant was just about to tuck into his pudding bean when... What do you think is going to happen? The goose swallowed them down whole. Honk! The giant was furious. He grabbed the goose and shook her. Honk, honk, honk! But the beans would not come out. He threw her down to grab his carving knife. Jack grabbed the goose and raced for the jelly bean stalk. They're trying to escape. Stop! Yelled the giant, thundering after them. He grabbed the stalk and tried to climb down, but he was far too heavy. The jelly beanstalk began to sway. Jack jumped off just in time. It wibbled and it wobbled, then came crashing to the ground far away from Jack. Crash! Uh-oh. What do you think Jack's mum might say? Jack looked around and grinned. Their garden was covered in jelly beans. The goose never laid another golden egg, but she did lay delicious speckled ones, tutti fruity ones and tangy ones. Jack and his mum had enough jelly beans to feed them for years, although every so often they would find one that tasted like, what did they say beware of? Smelly old socks. Yuck. Now, I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you enjoyed listening to a bit of a different tale. It was a bit different to the original Jack and the Beanstalk. What were some things that you saw that were different, and some things that you thought were similar? And if you could have any jelly bean that tasted like anything, what would you have one? I think mine would taste like ice cream. I hope to see you all soon, and I'm very lucky to get to see you soon in school. See you later. Bye.